We are live 364 days a year. What are we doing here?
If Dom turns at SummerSlam, I'm shaving my moustache off. I told you, if that happens, it's going. My lip is cold because of a stupid bet that I made with YouTube.
Oh, good.
Wrestle's better than Daniel Bryan Daniels. Better than Okada.
How do you not get Sushi after Monday Night Raw?
What is going on, everybody? We are back once again with another edition of Wrestling Republic's Off the Air. It is Tuesday, November 25th. Happy Thanksgiving for everybody out here in the U.S., no doubt about it. It's Thanksgiving week. We had an episode of NXT on this Tuesday night, and we're going to break it down. It was quite interesting. Let me go first and foremost over to the DMV and introduce you to the Tuesday Night Delight, although this wasn't quite as delightful as normal on a Tuesday night for an NXT, was it, Shad?
Nah, it definitely wasn't, man. But we happy to be here, bro. It is a good time to be with the Wrestling Republic crew, and I'm excited to talk.
No doubt about it, and we'll get into this shortly, but we do have to also introduce the guy you should do exactly what was it again, Driz? Let me send this one to Louisville. What's going on? Happy Tuesday.
Good morning, afternoon, and evening. It's the guy you should believe in. Your boy Dryzzy, a.k.a. the Wrestling Plug. This weekend will be the Turkey Plug because I'm all about gobble, gobble turkey.
I love it. Okay, funky episode of NXT tonight, though. Let's be honest with ourselves, guys. We were like waiting for the shoe to drop. There was not a lot of substance here. It's kind of odd.
Everybody's in the back getting that grub on. They wasn't working today. It's holiday week.
I will say this. Let's get into this really quickly. The John Cena was pretty heavy in this episode in general, and he announced that the Iron Survivor matches, at least on the men's side, let's start there. Leon Slater, Javon Evans, Joe Hendry, Dion Lennox, and then the winner of the main event, which would be Miles Bourne and Trick Williams. Let's talk about that Miles Bourne and Trick Williams match, because I thought it was okay for a main event match. I have no problem with Miles Bourne in particular. He wouldn't necessarily be my favorite in relation to Trick Williams, but at the same time, he goes over. I don't know what this means for the Iron Survivor match. I don't even know what the Iron Survivor match necessarily earns you here. Is it a spot on Saturday night's main event? Is it an NXT World Title opportunity? I'm not totally sure. Driz, I'll go to you first. What do you think?
I'm pretty sure you get a title shot at New Year's Eve, which I think is their next big pay-per-view. As far as this Trick Williams, Trick Williams Miles Bourne match was, it was just middle of the road. Okay, I feel like this show in general was kind of booked wrong. This match probably should have been in the middle. Like, Trick is a solid worker. He's always gonna do good out there. You get the interest, it gets the crowd hype, but then it just kind of falls flat after that. Miles Bourne, I think it is safe to say that the experiment to see if he can be one of your marquee players in NXT has failed. I don't see the appeal in him as your top, as a big name babyface. I see him more as, at the moment, as a henchman. I feel like him in the NQCC should have been a little bit more longer. He could have been a henchman there for a little bit more longer than what he was. He was the first one to break out, and I felt like he wasn't ready to be breaking out yet. I don't know. It's still hard to accept him as a major star, but I want to say the experiment's over and done with. Let's just go and work on somebody. And the same can be said for Tavion Heights too. It's been an experiment with the NQCC for a little bit, and it hasn't worked. Put them back in the tag team, let them tag team it up. But the experiment is not working. I really feel like Trick should have won this match, and yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me unless we're going to see like a very, very soon Trick main roster debut. And that there's like absolutely no reason for him to be in the Iron Survivor match. But between him and Bourne, both of them actually seem to make some more. Don't get me wrong, I love Slater and Evans and Hendry, but like Dion Lennox, I mean, he might be the second best guy
That
in
one.
Dark State,
That one.
right? Like,
I like Dion. I really do. He has improved tremendously from the breakout tournament he was in. He's not the Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde guy. He feels a lot more natural now when he's on the microphone. But I think we're missing a ball not putting Saquon in that match.
yeah, Sugars definitely makes the most sense to me for that match. I mean, Trick still makes more sense than Bourne does, so I'm all confused. Shad, do you have any explanation for any of this?
I don't know, man. I feel like they're trying to. So, all right, let me backtrack it for a second. I don't have an issue with a bit of a mixture in regards to the talents that are in the Iron Survivor matches. I think there's a importance to put some big names, which they have. Obviously, you got Javon Evans, Joe Hendry, and also people that are kind of on the up and coming. And I think that's where you put someone like a Dion Lennox. But for Miles Bourne, he's kind of in a juxtaposition. I feel like he's somebody that they want to eventually position into the main event scene on NXT. I just don't know if it's like going to happen. I feel like he's somebody that's kind of in a limbo, and I don't know where he stands with it. I mean, obviously, it's developmental. You got to let these guys continue to develop and see what goes on. But it's just weird. Like I wouldn't have even had Trick Williams in this position. I feel like I don't know what Trick's doing. You're right. He's like the kid that graduated, but that's still hanging out on campus type of situation. Like I don't think he needed to eat that L. I don't think he needed to be in that match. I think you could have just had Miles Bourne as the last contestant and been fine with that lineup or whatever it may be. But it's the ongoing thing that I've always been saying, man. The NXT men's division is lacking, and it is lacking a lot. And when you do something like this, I guess you're trying to position who's going to be next in line because you already got the Javons. I mean, he's in the match, but you got the Obas, you got the Rickies, and you got the Ethan Page. But even for like those three guys, like all the people that are at the top of the card, it's weird. It feels like we're waiting to just see them get onto the main roster because they've kind of done all that they needed to do. Like I'm ready to see Trick be on Raw or SmackDown. We're ready to see Oba take over the main event scene on the main roster. I'm ready to see Ethan Page on the main roster. Like there's just a lot of people that have done so much in NXT, and I don't know if they're like it's a rock and a hard place, right? Like you want to see them go, and they'll flourish when they get to the main roster. But it's also like, damn, there's a larger hole left on the men's side when those guys get called up compared to when the women got called up when they took Stephanie, Julia, and Roxanne. Like there's not an added depth on the men's side that can really fill that void. So I guess that's kind of a little bit of a concern, and I get it. You're trying to figure out what to do, but I don't disagree with y'all said, man. Especially in regards to Saquon, I feel like he should have been added on to that match rather than Dion Lennox, just off of style wise too, man. He's a little bit different style wise as a wrestler. Like even besides the fact that I think he's probably the most talented guy on that squad, I feel like you have a lot of the same style of guys in that match that are kind of athletic, big guys. Javon is a big athletic guy.
Right.
He's a big athletic guy. Leon's a big athletic guy.
Oba.
Horn is a big athletic guy. Hendry is I guess he's not as big of an athletic person, but he's
He's big.
He's still big. He's still
just
big.
not that. He's not as athletic.
Dude. Yeah, but Saquon is someone who's a little bit different. He's a shorter, got a different type of style of wrestler. But it would have been a nice added element to it. So yeah.
Yeah, we got a bunch of comments here too. We've got No Cord Catch Crew just ended with no plan here from Do the Thing 2001. I kind of agree with that. It did seem like even if they had a plan, it just seems like it didn't work. He also added Saquon Sugars is the only interesting member of Dark State. I think right this second, yes. I do think Dion Lennox can can be better, but right this second, it's just pretty much Saquon.
I think Deion Lennox is talented. I think he's got something to him. There's potential in him, but he needs a lot of development. Like
even then, looking at this Iron Survivor match, though, it's one of these things is not like the others, and it's Deion Lennox, right? Like it just
and our gripe with Dark State has never been about their talent. It has never been about them not being talented. It has always been about what they gave them to work with. They always came off as a joke, as Retribution light, but they want us to try and take them seriously at the end of the day. You can't sit there and make booty jokes and then expect us to not take you seriously. Like
it's true, and I mean even even the masks. It's just too close. The mask, the lights, the attacking from the crowd. It's all Retribution stuff. Yeah. And like that dust is not settled since the Retribution disaster of a few years ago.
They're a better unit than Retribution is. They feel
I totally agree.
Yeah. If we're ranking them, they're definitely in the middle.
The
Retribution had better talent. They just
The problem is that the comparison's inescapable.
Yeah.
Like the aesthetic is too alike. Everything it looks too alike. So they could do the best version of it ever.
Like remember y'all ever watch Powerpuff Girls? The Rowdy Rough Boys? They gotta be like the Rowdy Rough Boys.
Just some sort of slight change of pace.
Just a bunch of hooligans.
It's one of those. Hey, can I copy your homework? Yeah, just change it up just a little bit. That's what you got.
The other thing is, I also think character.
Can I show this comment real quick? By the way,
yeah, go right ahead.
Because he says it's time for. I don't want that.
Nah,
I don't want that.
No.
Carmelo Hayes needs to be a mid-card champion after last night. He doesn't need to do tag team stuff with Trick.
Okay, wait. Let's have some fun with this really quickly, though, just because I think we're all a little down in the dumps after I mean. There's not enough turkey I can eat Thursday to be put to sleep the way that episode of NXT did.
Yeah.
Tonight. So let's have a little fun with this one. Does Trick Williams team with Carmelo Hayes on the roster first, or does Penta team with Rey Fenix? Which one happens first?
Penta and Rey Fenix.
That's gonna happen first.
I think so too, but I don't know. It's kind of close with the Penta injury. We obviously wish him the best.
The injury is the curveball, but I mean they've already alluded to them teaming at AAA, so
right.
And then also, I think they spent too much time to differentiate Trick and Melo from each other. That it's whenever you sit there and mention, you just Trick Jr., you just Carmelo Hayes Jr., it just leaves a bad taste in the mouth. So I'm pretty sure they're doing everything in their power, so that comparison is gone.
But the difference is also Trick and Melo are established individuals in the WWE, where I don't think Penta is an established singles guy because he got here first, obviously, and he's created his brand. Phoenix has not been that yet. And I think I don't think Trick and Melo need each other to survive on the main roster. I think Phoenix could benefit having Penta and do the Lucha Brothers stuff right now to kind of give them a little bit of juice, right?
And
I agree.
To that point, the Lucha Brothers are actually they're literally related.
Yeah, they're also
brothers,
one of the greatest tag teams. Yeah, they're also one of the greatest tag teams in the world too.
That's a good point. But I just was kind of like cracking up about that. That is like an interesting one because if we were gambling on it, that's one of those where you could like sneak a win, trick teams with Melo in like a 6-man tag on SmackDown in his debut or something.
The thing with that is also I think Carmelo Hayes has stood the course of I think Carmelo Hayes has been patient, and I think the patience will be rewarded now because I think him getting a win over Bronson Reed, and then obviously I think him and Gunther had an amazing match last night. I think, and you can tell the crowd is way more receptive over him now on the main roster as he becomes a babyface. I think his opportunity will come. I wouldn't be like I was telling earlier. I was like, man, I wouldn't be mad if Dom is to get the IC title off of Cena. I wouldn't be mad as Melo gets the title eventually off of Dom for the IC title, or maybe he gets the
That would
US
be
title
cool.
off of Dragunov. You know, it's one of those situations. So
Mhm.
I definitely like that idea as well. Okay, let's talk really quickly though about the Iron Survivor match that was announced, of course, on the women's side by John Cena once again. Also, he had like 3 or 4 outfit changes tonight. Did anyone else notice that? He wore the majority of the merch that they've sold over the course of this year, pretty much.
Mhm.
his
But
time is now.
his time is
Because
well
my time is up, but your time is now.
is now.
Du-du-du-du.
It was great.
He did the Joe Hendry thing too.
Oh, dude, he did do the Joe. Honestly, that was one of the most John Cena things. This episode was a lot of John Cena. I think that also threw me for a loop. It was like it would be like an average match and then just Happy John.
He's
Like,
happy to be here. Yeah.
let me encourage the guys. I'm leaving.
encourage
Okay,
you.
Mr. Mentor
so
himself.
we've got it's Jordan Grace, Kalani Jordan, Lola Vice, Sol Ruka, and Kendall Gray in this one that was announced. Obviously, we had the Jordan Grace, Lei Ying Lee, and Kalani match earlier in the night as well. So, 2 of the 3 involved in that one will be in the Iron Survivor match. Not exactly, again, sure 100% what the Iron Survivor match is for. I'm assuming it's going to either be a title shot or a spot on that Cena card. I think those are the only 2 logical given the timing of this match going down as far as those are concerned. Lei Ying Lee, formerly known as Xia Li, obviously picking up the win and new champion here in arguably the match of the night is huge. Ironically, the only one we've mentioned in this entire segment who's not in the Iron Survivor match. But Shad, I do have to ask you about not only the triple threat, but the impending Iron Survivor match as well.
Yeah, well, first and foremost, man, congratulations to Ye Ling Lee, formerly known as Ali. Uh big moment for her, man. This was a big crowd. Obviously, this was a NXT like pseudo premium lava vet TV special, you know, outside of the garden. And the TNA talent winning back a TNA title on a from an NXT talent on an NXT show, that means something, man. And honestly, that means something to her. This is a woman who used to be in NXT, used to be in the WWE, lost her job, lost an opportunity. And for her to get a crowning moment back at a place where she spent majority of her wrestling career, where she kind of took the reins and learned how to be a wrestler, it's got to mean a lot to her, man. And I'm really proud of her. I'm really happy for her. I think she looked great tonight. I thought she's significantly improved as a worker since leaving the WWE. And for a knockouts division that needs a star, that needs somebody to kind of be the next big thing, I think this is a good opportunity for her. I thought she showed up. I thought she, didn't look like an outcast or an oddball in a match with 2 phenomenal workers, the Knockouts women's champion in Kalani and the former Knockouts champion Jordan Grace. So amazing for her. In regards to the Iron Survivor match, this is the hotter commodity. This is a more star-studded event. I think this is a balance of big time stars. You got Jordan Grace, you got Kalani, you got Sol Ruka. All 3 of those women are at the top of the women's division on NXT, and that's what you want. But then you also throw in a couple other ones. Obviously, Lola Vice too. Let me not disrespect Lola Vice. Lola Vice is also in that same stature as those women. So you got 4 hot commodities, people that are big time stars on NXT. And then you got Kendall Gray. And Kendall Gray, we'll talk about her in a little bit. She's someone that is picking up a lot of steam in NXT. She's so fluid of a worker. And as new as she is, she doesn't stick out like a sore thumb. She's someone that belongs there. So to me, this has definitely got a lot of potential to be a show stealer for whatever show it's on, and also it's got potential to be one of the better Iron Survivor matches, just because there's not a bad woman on the match. So yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, I'm with you. I mean, I think the women's Iron Survivor is more stacked than the men's, but this has been a tough episode in general because it also felt like a lot of the focus was sort of on the men's because the 2/3 of the not 2/3, but 2/3 of the triple threat match for the TNA Knockouts title are in the Iron Survivor, and so that was what it was really about. We had no Oba and no Ricky. We had no, numerous stars not on this show essentially. I found that a bit odd, but I do think that the triple threat match for the title is one of the better matches of the night, and I'm looking forward to it. Driz, I want to get your thoughts as well, though.
A really, really good match. Lei Ying Lee, incredible, has just point back on what you were talking about with her improvement. That's what you see a lot from a lot of those who leave WWE and go to like TNA or MLW or the other places. Like they revamp themselves, recalibrate themselves, and she looks 10 times better in TNA. Like she looks way better in TNA, more comfortable, maybe more creative. I don't know if that outlet is a whole lot different, but Lei Ying Lee definitely deserved that win. It was such a hard hitting fight. The Iron Survivor match this one is a whole lot more balanced. You guys have hit the nail on the head. It is star studded. Everybody in it is a big deal, and again, it's just a testament to how strong this division is. This is what the men are trying to get. They're trying to get to a point where they can sit there and have and I feel like every year the women's one is always seems to be a little bit better than the men's. I know we've had great moments in the men's, but the overall better Iron Survivor challenges is always with the women. And this one is such a toss-up. You have no idea who can walk away. It may sound far-fetched. Kendall Gray, who looked so good tonight, could very well walk away with this. That's how good this one's looking. I can't wait. Like this is a really good one. It's one of the high spots of the night is seeing those women picked for that.
I do also think the Iron Survivor is like one of the best concepts that NXT's come up with. Yet, as far as match types, it just always seems to provide a really exciting match. And there's multiple ways you can decide sort of the finish with the Iron Man aspect of it and the stacking points and sort of the swinging of momentum and whatnot. I find that exciting. So I really am looking forward to that match. There's no doubt about it. And for Lei Ying Lee, I thought it was really cool to do this at NXT, like you said, to go and sort of revamp yourself, retool with TNA and have a crowning moment for TNA, but at NXT. I think that's unique to this TNA and NXT partnership. And like, that's just an exciting thing that you don't get very often. And that would be if I had to pick a highlight of the night, that'd be my highlight of tonight for sure. Now let's talk about a low light really quick. Because is it just me or does this speed title belong back on the internet? I get it's only a few minutes and whatnot, and Fallon and Zarya are stars, and I really love both. But this concept does not fit Tuesday nights on the CW. It just doesn't. It's not anybody involved's fault. It's not like a bad concept. I would click on the match on Twitter, no problem. I don't. It does not fit the show. It throws the rhythm off. It feels awkward. It feels like they have to rush. Like no matter what, Driz, I want to get your thoughts. I could see you thinking about this. I mean, and talk about the match a little bit as well, but still, it's just I'm frustrated with it.
So this match particularly, it looked like they were going half speed. Like if the whole object is to get them win as fast as possible, Fallon and Zarya were going half speed. And I was wondering as I'm watching it, like, why do they seem like they're moving in slow motion? They're not in a hurry. They're not really running the ropes like they normally would in a normal speed match. There's no sense of urgency. Even when the lights got down and everything, it still seemed like they're moving slow until They hit the 5-minute mark, and Ava comes out and says, "No, we're going into sudden death." The match didn't get better until you got rid of the time limit. These two work better in a regular match setting than in a time constraint like this. I don't, and I also am not 100% sure. I'm trying to give them the benefit of that. Maybe because they knew that they had to go sudden death, they tried to slow up so they can hit all the spots they need to hit before the end of it. I don't know, but it really made this match not enjoyable. I really feel like Fallon and Zarya are so much better in normal settings. Put them in any other matches, but no more speed matches. This is kind of the downfall of the speed title. You're gonna constantly look. These matches aren't gonna be exciting. Even when Jasper Troy won last week, his match, it happened, but we weren't like, oh yay, go speed. Like it's not like the Heritage Cup where we wanted to see that week after week, where we were refreshed by this. We're not refreshed by the speed title. It's just a really fast match at this point. It's just a squash match, really.
The Heritage Cup at least felt like, okay, it's a unique format, right? And it's about the wrestling. The speed one, I mean, honestly, if I was just explained the concept and I didn't know anything about Fallon and Zarya, and I didn't know that, like, this is likely not the case. I thought you mentioned that it looked like they were going a little bit slower, like half speed. I think they might have, part of me was like, they were trying to run the clock out and just have a match.
Mm-hmm.
Like, because the format is that frustrating to work within those constraints. I don't think that's the case. That's a ridiculous conspiracy theory. Nobody like Tweet Clark said. He like, no, that's not what I know.
But you saw how as soon as they got this sudden death, Zarya and Fallon kicked it on.
They did. They totally turned it on. And Shad, did you see the same thing, man?
Speed title sucks. It's garbage. Get it out of here. Just get it out of here. Those two women didn't work a pace for a speed title. And I don't care about Jasper Troy squashing people for the sake of some paper championship. It adds no level of excitement for him as a competitor. It doesn't give him any notoriety. If you were going to do this, let it be like a cruiserweight title or some aspect of like Lucha Libre within AAA. Like, nah, man, this is so garbage. This match felt so awkward because you're looking at the time clock and you're wondering, okay, what's going to happen? And they didn't, like, it was kudos to the two women. The chemistry did not mesh in that match because of that reason. Like, y'all was waiting to see it, but they weren't wrestling at a pace where it was like they were trying to beat the clock. They, like y'all mentioned, they were wrestling a regular match because they had a regular match. Oh my gosh. It went into double overtime, sudden death. What? They don't even explain the rules for this. Ava's making up rules on the fly. And look, man, this is the funniest thing to me is because, and I don't care because people are gonna, claim that I'm biased. As you can see, my AEW hoodies behind me. Y'all fools give AEW so much flack about, well, there's too many titles. Why are they making all these titles? At least their titles actually do something. At least their titles are wrestled in regular matches. And at least their titles stand the course of whatever the concept of it is. The WWE has a boatload of titles, and a boatload of these titles mean absolutely diddly squat, including the men's speed title, the women's speed title, the shit, you're going to make a tag team speed title, the Need for Speed title. You're going to be wrestling in a bunch of Acura Integras. Get out of here, bro. The joint's garbage. Throw that in the trash.
The Fast and Furious title's
Dominic
next. The family title.
Dominic Toretto is the referee in every match.
The family title.
We'll get a little Bow Wow.
The Fast and Furious title is going to be the faction title. The faction speed title. Oh my God, that's
I would have rather seen a 24/7 title than them titles, bro.
Same. Okay, you know what I was gonna say about the speed title that I think is kind of actually funny because it started as such like an internet thing and it was like a dark match deal, right?
Yeah.
You would tape it as a dark match and like it was supposed. I mean, the speed thing made sense because it was supposed to be quick in on the internet and it got a lot of views at first. And remember, the big thing was like, oh my gosh, how successful the speed title is. Did you see like 1 million people watched it? Well, like if the WWE tweets like turn left, everyone's going to turn left in their cars at once, like that in the WWE universe, at least, right? There's a section of the fan base that will just listen and do whatever. They're going to click on it.
Yep.
Yeah.
So yes, it got a bunch of views. I don't know how big of a success it was because I thought the concept of it was like, okay, they're going to get it like sponsored. So it's like a revenue stream, right? And then you do like a brand partnership. Maybe the person carrying the title can do some marketing for that brand to create further reach in that regard. That logically all made sense to me for an internet title that had meaning. Now it's just on Tuesday nights, we go fast once.
For no
Like,
reason.
it doesn't make sense. It's like,
Yeah,
okay,
bro.
this time we do the same thing as normal, but faster.
And
It's like,
the other thing is this was supposed to also lead to whatever the story is with Zarya and Sol Ruka. Obviously, Sol wasn't out there. Maybe we'll see what the storyline comes across with it. But like, it's just, bro, it did nothing. It did nothing.
100%. And this is an interesting one here because I like this comment here from Do the Thing 2001. Jasper Troy squashing people in 3 minutes doesn't move the needle for me. I agree. Like, if you're gonna go absolutely wild and try to make Jasper Troy look like this unstoppable force, the only way I think to utilize the speed thing is have him like be going so fast, squash people in one move in a minute. That no
Like
one,
those old school Baron
yeah,
Corbin
like
The issue
yes,
is they don't got, the problem is you don't got enough dudes to feed
to
him.
run
because-
through.
Yeah,
that right there. That
Yeah.
right there.
You'd have to do like enhancement talent. You'd have to
you
go
gonna have to
full
wrestle
old
the
school.
ID, the WWE ID guy.
A bunch of
West
James
and-
Ellsworths.
You go get the swipe right guys up there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
get the in-town guys. Whoever's in town.
Hometown man.
The
Y'all gotta get your
hometown
hometown man.
Bring in the
Yeah.
hometown man. Have him get squashed by Jasper Troy. But yeah, okay. I'm glad we're all on the same page on that. Other than I do apologize to those that are fans of the speed title, although I don't think there's many
I'm
out
sorry,
there.
y'all. It ain't for us.
Let's talk about Kendall Gray and Laney Reed, though. I guess we should. Let's mention the Jackson Drake and Shawn Legacy Evolved Title match.
happened.
Up with
the match
Kendall Gray and
happened.
Laney Reed. Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
That was
they not
Jackson
ready
Drake
yet, y'all.
won. Good for him.
They
As
not
Talk
ready.
Shawn
about the match
just-
that matters.
as Shaw just said, guys. That is a match that occurred this evening, and who won it
Look,
again?
I will give you my 20-second tidbit on that. There is a reason
go.
why both of those guys are independent wrestlers that are green as the Philadelphia Eagles jersey. Them boys is green as hell, and they don't know how to work a WWE style match, and it showed tonight. Salute to them. I'm glad you got your moment, but if you start off the show, you better start off the show hot. They ain't start off the show hot. Respectfully, I know Shawn Legacy can jump out the gym and do all that stuff. That don't make you a top-notch wrestler just yet, buddy. Jackson Drake, I don't understand you. I don't get it.
You don't
Yeah,
know,
I mean-
they swipe right.
Maybe I just like
Like it wasn't a bad. I'll say this: it wasn't a bad match. It just like it's one of those things. Like if you starting off the show, you gotta
You
leave
gotta
your
be
mark
hype.
on the show. You
You gotta
gotta
be
really
hype.
you gotta like really get me convinced that all right, why am I gonna tune into Evolve? Although I'm not gonna tune into Evolve, but if I was to tune into Evolve, why would I tune in to see what y'all do? I haven't what I'm saying? Like this
No
elements.
lie. No
honestly,
lie.
who won the match? I'm pretty sure I was getting a UPS.
It was
match.
Jackson
It was
Drake.
Jackson Drake.
Yeah,
but-
Drake won. I actually was downstairs during the finish.
No lie. What really makes me watch Evolve is the women. That Layla Diggs, Madison Holiday, Callie Armstrong, Kendall Gray, Laney Reed was on her.
You know,
That-
by the way, do the
Kendall
thing
Gray's on
2001 makes a really good point here, though. The NYC crowd didn't know who they were.
And that's another thing right there.
I don't know who they are.
Shad.
You really can't throw guys like that in front of a crowd that is the wrestling mecca.
Adjacent to the garden.
and expect them to be like, oh yeah, who are these guys? Oh, we definitely got to see. They're looking like, who the hell are these?
By the way, no wonder this game was terrible. They were taping it at the theater at the Garden during KU Duke. That was a bad day for everybody involved in that building.
Yeah.
Oh, that makes way
It
more
was
sense.
wrestling while we was doing this show last week.
I didn't even think about that, dude. Oh, that
Salute
talk
to
about.
Salute to those brothers, man.
Thanks a lot, Madison Square Garden. Back-to-back Tuesdays, my day's ruined. Oh man, too many wrestling shows I watch. I don't have time to watch Evolve. I think we're all in the same boat there because there's some good talent, but it's just
there are bright spots, but it's
good.
fairly easy to forget. You don't have to watch it. Like you're not gonna miss out on anything if you don't watch it.
You got Peter Rosenberg announces for it.
Peter Rosenberg. I seen highlights. Big job.
he was on
quite a lot now. So
many matches tonight.
There's another Evolve match tonight too. The women's one.
Kendall Gray and Laney Reed. I actually enjoyed this
but
one.
that was better though.
Yeah, see, that's the thing though. So, like, all right, man. Like, is Kendall Gray an Evolve wrestler and NXT wrestler? I guess that's what I'm trying to figure out.
It's becoming the same thing as happened with like Jordan Grace, where like when the TNA partnership happened, you're like,
yeah.
right, but
because she don't feel like I know she might be on Evolve, but like I see her on. We see her with the Ren QCC every week. She wrestles, or she's on TV almost every week on NXT. I'm familiar with her. Obviously, we know Laney Reed because she's part of Fatal Influence. Like I don't know those two dudes. You know what I'm saying? Like I know that. Like I forgot Jackson Drake is part of. He's not even part of Swipe Right.
Are he the leader?
I thought he was the main guy.
I thought Swipe Right was a tag team.
I thought he was the leader of what are they called?
What he a leader
like,
for?
I don't know what they're called.
They're like the fratty guys.
What is his character?
Good looking guy. I don't know.
I think he's just the guy that kind of pulls tail and stuff.
He's just guys
allegedly. Yeah, he's like I think he's supposed to be like
that's the issue. But see, okay. So he's
supposed to be
problem.
like AC Slater from Saved by the Bell.
Okay. Peep game real quick, bro. This is my issue. There's too many of those characters in pro wrestling.
I know.
It's like, and this isn't me. I swear, I'm not trying to be like stereotypical, but they have too many douchey like white boy wrestling characters. You have Grayson Waller who does that shit. You have Ethan Page who does that. You have Austin Theory who does that. Like that's like the trope. Like I'm just a
BJ Ray, me,
the Vanity Project. That's what that.
Yeah, say me.
Yeah,
stupid. You say that. You have Mexicano, bro. No,
I don't count. I don't count.
But no, like he doesn't do it. Like in like the promo style, all of it is like the same stuff. Like he's just. It's just I see a lot of these same dudes in the indie circuit too. Like you gotta really do something to stick out. And Sean Legacy, I don't know what he is either, bro. I guess he has a cool name.
He's a really good athlete.
He's the Ricochet.
Hell of a wrestler. He's a hell of a wrestler for sure.
You know what?
He should have won tonight, to be honest with you.
He should have.
I agree.
I mean, I thought that was the biggest reason why they were putting him on there. I know he's like their big baby face.
I ain't trying to hate on Jackson Drake. I don't. If you were to ask me, do I think he's going to be a potential like guy on NXT? Nah.
See, I see him. I see Legacy as like a young. I mean, Speedball that's a compliment, but like kind of like a little bit.
He could be like their version of that.
Yeah. A little bit, kind of, not the same exact type of thing, but like
he's not on Speedball's level.
Well, no, and they're not exactly the same personality-wise, but like just the way that he like injects like
got the energy.
Yeah, he's got the energy and he's got the athleticism. That would be the two things that I see. Speedball's kind of a bad comp.
But to the women's match, what we was talking about, it was cool. Obviously, shenanigans, right? But how do I say this kindly? If Fatal Influence doesn't come up to the main roster, it's old girl tonight is the reason why. She's not ready.
Yeah.
She's not ready for the main roster. She is far greener talent in the ring than I expected. I remember I was glossing over the first match that we saw her having. I saw the potential in it. Tonight, it wasn't there. It wasn't there. And it sucks because I think Fatal Influence is needed on a Raw or SmackDown. Because I think JC Jane is a character who can be a perfect heel, just whether she eating losses or whatever it may be. But she's a good bad guy to few. Like, imagine if JC Jane with this heel character and Fatal Influence was feuding with like a Maxine Dupree on a Raw. Like, that would be nice.
Yeah.
And
She'd be a good
also,
opponent for her.
that style of, like, there aren't no women factions on the main roster right there for real. Yeah, you got some tag teams, but
It's not.
I think that would breathe a lot of life into the main roster. One of those divisions having a faction like Fatal Influence go up there. But I absolutely agree. They're not gonna. I feel like they were ready to go for a little bit with Jasmine, but this kind of gonna be like starting back over now that they have Laney to catch up. Laney has to catch up to Fallon and JC now.
And it's not Laney's fault. She's obviously like still new. But that's the thing though. It's like you had Jasmine Nix was more ready made for the position in ring wise. Like I don't know. Jasmine Nix probably can't cut a promo if her life depended on it.
But she was good in the ring.
But she was very fluid in the ring.
Very
and she had like she did her job. Like if anything, Jasmine Nix was just gonna be the girl who's gonna eat pins for you. And that's all that matters, right?
100%.
Pins, and they told her we don't want to give you your money, and I respected her. You know what I'm saying? She said, "Look, I ain't wrestling for pennies."
I mean, we're in a
make
weird
those
place
no more
with NXT right now. We've had some call-ups that have hurt NXT. We've had some call-ups that haven't happened that we think kind of should. But
it's weird. I feel like we're in a time. I feel like we're in a space where there should be call-ups because there's people who are just kind of sitting there, like, fiddling their thumbs. And also, like, they could just benefit having some fresh life onto the roster.
And you know what I also want to add, though? And I've kind of been thinking about this for a few weeks now. It's time to send some veteran talent down.
Yes.
We've done that in the past. It's time to send some veteran talent down for, like, a while. Not like a one-off appearance. Like the way that Finn Balor came back and did like a full-blown NXT run.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I'm not saying forever. Nick Nemeth did the same thing, basically, Dolph, before eventually he was released. But like, what they could do with Baron Corbin in the middle of the men's division on NXT right now would be outstanding. You could work with every young talent. It'd be huge.
Yeah.
I mean, there's 1,000 names like that, but there's names even on the main roster that I could think of. I mean, I don't know about the Miz doing that for like a long time, but if you sent the Miz down for 3 months,
the Miz in NXT, the Miz in NXT is Brock Lesnar.
Somebody like
Otis,
like an Otis.
Shinsuke. This is a great call right here. Shinsuke Nakamura. I'd be all over that.
Shin would be.
I think Shinsuke would definitely go with that just because of how much AAA stuff they do too. That's a dream. Get Shinsuke Nakamura in the AAA ring.
Yeah, I mean, I think that is the most logical way to sort of get the men's division back afloat from sort of the problems we've had of late. It's not about who.
If his buddy's hurt, Ben's boy, Kit Wilson.
Yeah, I love that. I actually love that. Yeah,
I think his character can actually build like some life on SmackDown because it's a very NXT-esque character, and he could be a singles guy. So,
and I think he could have some good matches too because he's a better wrestler than people give him credit for.
Yeah.
I just want to hear the Pretty Deadly song one time.
That'd be hilarious. Trying to think of.
There's a bunch of people we could probably we
Yeah.
I mean we could name
Yeah,
honestly
no,
like
that we could
I
probably
mean
do it.
Dragon Lee could have been
Santos.
one until he got the tag titles, but like you know it's
Oh, I'm
there's a-
even thinking bigger than that, like Rusev.
Miro.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like-
Rusev, Santos. Like there's so many guys that could probably benefit from it, and it would also help that division out so much. It also give
it would be the
it'll
top of the line.
it would also give those other guys who are trying to get up there
Yeah.
time and
I got
resources.
one for you.
Who?
I got one for you. Xavier Woods.
Yeah, we wrap this
Oh,
up
that's
now.
what I was trying
No,
to
we
do.
about to wrap
The
this up now.
I
Y'all will
love
not put Xavier Woods in NXT. He is a star. My man needs to be in a world
He
title
could
picture.
be the star on
somewhere.
NXT. He could be the.
No,
How about he
he
wins the
needs to
NXT
be-
title?
He should be a world champion. The NXT title is not a world
That's
title.
how you get to it. You establish your single
Man,
brand.
that man has
Win that.
wins. That man has wins over Bobby Lashley and Roman Reigns.
I know, man.
Yeah.
I gotta give Xavier Woods some.
But
Man,
Bobby
record short.
Lashley's not in the. Bobby Lashley doesn't exist anymore in the WWE. It doesn't count.
No,
You know, he doesn't get credit for that win anymore.
Bobby-
We got to erase. We got where's the little
He's
thing
got
that
a better
shit go-
chance of winning the AEW World
hit you
title
with
than
the-
the WWE.
The worst
title.
thing ever was when Brock Lesnar did Bobby Who, bro.
Oh, horrible. That was bad. All right.
That's why Brock Lesnar busted his ass on Monday.
Yeah, that's who
Oh.
should go to NXT is Brock Lesnar.
Brock Lesnar doesn't even know where NXT
What I was
is.
thinking. Just
Get
send
them
him
away from
there.
NXT. That sounds like a
It sounds like a
lawsuit right
nightmare. What a disaster that would be. All right. Well, with that, guys, that's going to bring us to the end of this show. I hope you had a great Tuesday night. I hope you have a super happy Thanksgiving. We will be back next week, same time, same place, immediately following NXT. We hope you enjoyed it. On behalf of me, Clark, Shoddy, Dryzzy, all of us at WR. We will talk to you soon. Have a good one.